And we are live. Hello, welcome, happy November, and congrats on getting through the first of many holidays in the holiday season. It is a pleasure to be back with Couch Cooperative as we are continuing our 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons full-length campaign, The Curse of Strahd. Tonight may be our last session. We don't know, but that's because of where we specifically left off. So today is going to be a very, very intense and very fun session where we hope that you guys enjoy everything. Now, for those of you guys who remember in the previous episode, which, by the way, if you're not following us on YouTube, if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, like, there's a button, just like, it's going to be like down here. You click it, it'll say subscribe, and then you turn that bell notification so you get notifications when we post our videos. And then you can follow along. The last episode, we didn't have a particular player, so you might have noticed that we were absent. Our fun little spellcaster Jude, Twiceborn, because he had a medical emergency that he was attending to, and we wanted to support him in that. So we kind of worked around the session because of that and ended off at a pretty good cliffhanger. But because of that, we're not going to do a kind of like last we left off that's super descriptive, because I want to keep things a little bit more... I guess I want to keep him a bit ignorant for today. So we're going to do a brief one, and then we're going to jump into where we left off. So without further ado, last we left off, our party had traveled from the abandoned and decrepit halls of the Argenvosthalt mansion to Vallaki, the town where Dima, our psionic rogue, had grown up, and where his family had now recently taken over through a violent mob.
Not my family.
You didn't go into the town. You went to the Vistani encampment that's just outside of the town in hopes of finding a particular survivor. A survivor of the Dusk Elves, a race of elves that are native to Barovia, who Strahd had almost recently... not recently, but had almost brought to extinction throughout his years of kind of tyrant rule within the lands of Barovia. His name was Casimir, and he had control of a particular item, an item that you sought desperately.
I need it!
And you did acquire it, only for a very, very rough recognition of what was about to happen kind of immediately after you acquired the second item, which was a sun sword. The sun sword being a blade hilt, just the sword hilt, that extends a blade of pure light. The blade itself contains the entombed soul of Sergei von Zarovich, the brother of Strahd, the one who he had killed himself. So, our rogue, actually, Dima, acquired it and took it because it does allow you to retain proficiency with it as long as you wield it. So, our rogue ended up taking it, and so Dima has the sun sword, and that was where we kind of left off. So we're going to pick up a little bit differently from where we immediately left off and kind of get a little bit more understanding about what it was that was going on with Jude while the party was out talking to Casimir about the kind of the annihilation and the genocide of the Dusk Elves. So, Jude, you find yourself in the wagon. You've been traveling for several days from Argenvosthalt to Vallaki. Every chance you get when you aren't being asked to pilot the wagon or being asked to be on lookout or whatever it may be, you sequester yourself into isolation so that you can dedicate time into pouring into this Tome of Strahd in hopes of finding any information that you possibly can about him, especially knowing that he has acquired quite unholy powers at the hands of a dark pact that he had made at a location known as the Amber Temple here in Barovia. You are in one of those isolated studies, and each time you open this book and allow your mind's eye to see within it, you find yourself almost ephemerally brought into the book, where you speak with this tortured, battered, broken, and downcast Strahd von Zarovich that used to be. Now, you've arrived at Casimir's hovel, and you've been reading this book for some time, so you don't even realize when you've arrived, and you don't even realize that your party has decided to leave you behind, so that they could speak with Casimir, because they deemed it not a threatening issue and not something that they absolutely needed you for. Ismark Kolyanovich is here to watch you alongside his sister Irina, as well as Dima's younger sister Stella, who's been with you for some time. And Davian went with the rest of the party, so it's just the four of you guys in this wagon. And you find yourself in this darkened room inside of the Tome of Strahd, where a game has been propped up before you. It is a game of dragon chess, a chess game that is native to Faerun, a game that you're pretty decent at. It's a very intelligent game. It's a game of strategy, a game where you can parallel it to life. At any point you can lose this game, and you know that that means at some point you've started to make a series of bad decisions that either life or your opponent has begun to capitalize upon. And so there is an interest in taking this game seriously, to show concern for every decision that you make, and to think ahead and think about the ramifications of decisions you may consider. And yet you play with a person who has severely challenged you at this game. Your records of wins and losses do kind of go back and forth. A very tough competition, but you find yourself playing this game at this moment again. Now, the win or loss, like the level of success that this game currently has, is a little unimportant, because these games are just a kind of like a physical distraction or a placeholder, really, to allow you guys to entertain conversation. And so Strahd looks at you. What do you hope to obtain when this is all said and done? You've said for some time that your wish is to go back to your home, to find a life with companions that you have abandoned. Not by choice, but by circumstance. A world that is now bereft of your presence, that is now ignorant of your loss. What is it that you wish to obtain?
I don't wish to obtain really anything. I just want to free the people that are trapped here.
So altruism is your goal, your motivator. To help
Exactly.
those who are downcast and beaten, downtrodden. Your goal is to be a savior for those who are in need. What if you
Precisely.
fail them?
That is my biggest fear.
Your honesty is admirable. And also reasonable. Your loss is mine, or and he kind of every time he kind of like announces, this is like a quirk you've been noticing, is he has this like dissociative recognizance of like this like almost split identity between him, the Strahd that was, and then him, the Strahd that is. And so he's like, hey, your loss means that he ultimately wins and continues to do the very things that he's done for centuries. So you understand the importance. It's not like this game, and yet it quite is. Every little decision matters. Even your decision to spend this time here, locked with me, for a brief moment, is important. Do you think it a beneficial move? Or are you potentially making mistakes?
I know we're taking the right path.
So many believe themselves to be taking the right path. I did once. There's an old adage that is found in my original time within the Barovian lands. The pathway to the hells are paved with the purest of intentions. Are your intentions misleading?
I don't believe so. Well, it's hard to judge a person by their morals because everyone believes they're doing the right thing.
Hmm. Some people objectively are doing the wrong thing. Is that not true? It's hard to say that the things that he has been busy with over centuries is even questionable.
I mean, in terms of
We would not get an archetype of a demon without having that of an angel, right? The idea of good versus evil is ingrained in our existence. It's inescapable. One must be good and one must be evil. It is obvious to you that he is evil, therefore you must be good. Otherwise, the existence of life is imbalanced. What I do have to say, and he leans back a bit, kind of showing a little bit of like a break from the game, as you guys have been moving pieces back and forth. What I do have to say is that your fortitude has improved the past few days. He has definitely done a number on your confidence, and yet, within a week's time, it seems we have repaired that confidence.
there's no time to be wary of the fight that lays ahead.
That is the proper mentality, yes. He will not spare you a second glance or a second chance. If you are within an inch of life, he will gladly deprive you of it. He has no empathy, no mercy. He is a monster. I am the last vestige of purity and holiness that resides within him. And yet, I've been here for centuries. He's coming for you. You know that.
Of course.
You're not his goal. Your companions are. Specifically the two women. You said they look like her. And he seems to be infatuated. It's because we are hurting every day for what it was that we've lost. And the pain of loss breaks spirits, crushes souls. It is a burden of such weight that it depresses anything into oblivion, chains it into untold torment of the psyche, the internal anguish and self-mortification that accompanies loss. He will inflict that pain upon you.
No, I almost feel sorry for him.
I almost feel sorry for him.
His addiction to the idea of love has twisted his mind so far.
The things that we have pacted ourselves to have twisted our minds. We believe it to be pain. We believe it to be loss. It's pure corruption that utilizes, feeds off of our pain. It manipulates us in many ways. And he seems a little defeated at that. It is the one true loss that we've ever had.
It's just a little guy, man.
But alas, it seems this game is yours. And he looks down at a board, and you've kind of acquired the majority of his pieces to the point where victory is almost inevitable. So he's doing like a sportsmanship style surrender, where it's like he has no feasible way of winning this game with the amount of pieces you overwhelm him with. And so he moves like what would be his queen and kind of puts it on the board side down to kind of symbolize that surrender. So you get your question. What is one thing about him that you wish to know?
You know, Strahd is one smart individual. Do you think he has any aces up his sleeve?
You
Or would him?
are his ace. Whether or not it works is left to be told.
Double agent? What? What? What does it mean? Bro, you've been playing this the whole time, haven't you?
Well, time is up. You will have to return, lest it your time here puts a strain on your body and your essence. I would not want to impose. I'm sure I will be seeing you shortly. For me, at least. I know for you it takes time. Prepare another question, and we'll see after next game if you are capable of earning it.
Thank you.
Good luck, and stay safe. And with that, you come back to your senses, this book in your hand, sweat on your brow that when you close this heavy tome, you kind of immediately go and wipe it off, and it's this like slimy feel because it's just like a very like thick sheen of sweat. You kind of wipe it off and kind of wipe your clothes for a second and kind of pick yourself up. And Esmart kind of looks at you with the wagon. You know, it does not get any easier the more you do this. It's so weird to watch. Are you sure it's not affecting you? Like weirdly?
I mean, the amount of benefits I gain from it is worth whatever harm that I might be gaining from it.
But what is it to gain if it demands the loss of your soul? Is there not a risk of corruption? I haven't seen anything, but it just concerns me. You're dealing with something that just looks unnerving. I don't mean to accuse or allegate. I'm just concerned.
I have no fear of death. I've experienced before. I have a very close bond with it.
He kind of gets a little uncomfortable at that and goes, "Oh, well, And then you see he kind of thinks for a second and goes, I'm starting to guess that the name Twiceborn is in reference to that. It's a title. Okay. I won't ask. I won't pry. Your friends are. At he points. They headed to the hovel. So you'll have to go find them. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to see you back. We'll stay here with Stella and make sure that she doesn't get overwhelmed. And he kind of looks over, and Irina is currently talking to her in a way that keeps her calm and keeps her very, very docile. Just like she has an incredible way with it. I don't understand how she does it, but she keeps everything pretty well. I'm sure Dima's relieved that he doesn't have to constantly be concerned about it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure they'll appreciate your presence, so I don't want to hold you up any further.
And then I'll get up out of the wagon.
Yeah, you slowly get up out of the wagon, putting your book away, and you hear your feet, your boots, crunch onto what is kind of like a mixture of earth and ground and tree leaves and twig branches and things like that. Kind of like in a forest. You're in a wooded area, and so you can hear that natural crunch under your boots as you get onto the floor and start to walk, and you kind of hear that light crunch that comes with it as well. It's nothing to be concerned. It's a pretty safe area at the current moment. But yeah, you just walk and you see the Vistani encampment. It is a little bit of a ways away, so you're prepared for a little bit of a walk. And as you take a couple steps, you just kind of begin to hear choo, 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 choo. And it's passing by you. just your name repetitively. You start to kind of like look around and shrug it off to keep walking. You see where the sound is coming from, kind of walking right past a tree, hands just slowly clapping. It's Count Strahd von Zarovich.
Of course, man. Of course.
My favorite one. You have been quite a problem. I'm not entirely positive what I'm going to do with you, but I have an idea. You see, you're all alone now. There's really not much you can do if I decided to kill you right here and leave your blood draining into the tree.
Not a pretty way to go.
We all know that's too boring for you, Strahd.
And you appeal to my pride, my confidence, and hopes that I might spare you. You flatter me. Actually, I have something better in mind for you. He takes a couple steps closer to kind of get within kind of like typical conversational distance. I know you found it. And I know that by finding it, you'll find him. In fact, your friends may have already found him.
Really?
And I need you to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh no, dude.
You know, I'm going to use my portent, which is a 19, so I'll add my wisdom to that. You fucking wisdom. 24.
Yeah.
24. But I know that we just cannot allow that to happen. And you feel this invasive, malign force try to claw its way into your mind in an effort to grab hold of it, to secure it, to lock it into place like a master does its slave. You hear an impulse to obey, and you succeed. Therefore, you can resist this.
I'm going to look angry. Stay out of my head, Strahd.
He looks at you. You're no fun. Maybe, just maybe, this will work a little nicer on one of your friends. And he turns into a bat and flutters off.
Dude, we don't have 24s for freaking wisdom.
You panic, knowing that your friends are potentially in great danger, and you begin to run towards the Vistani encampment. When you get there, you see this hill, and the Vistani are encamped at the top of the hill, but surrounding the hill are these very identical-looking hovels that kind of surround it in a circle. You run and you run and you run, and when you make it there, you start to get approached by these two. They kind of look like beggars. They're in this like ragtag set of like a cloak, and just kind of like a set of like an overcloak almost that kind of covers a huge portion of their torso. And they have like a face mask that goes from underneath their chin that kind of curls up to above their nose, and they kind of look at you, and you can see this like darkened, almost gray ashy skin that's visible, and hints of a platinum white hair from underneath where the cloak goes over. And they kind of approach. And what languages do you know by chance?
I know Abyssal, Celestial, and Elvish.
Okay, they begin to speak in Elvish. And that one looks to the other and says, "Oh, great, we have another one. Do you want to do the honors of irritating this particular human, or shall I?"
I'm gonna reply to them in Elvish and say, Strahd is here. And then I'm going to... Can I use my Cloak of Displacement to teleport past them?
Yeah, you can. Do you just do so? You just...
Yeah.
Okay, so you run up, and when they speak in Elvish, you immediately you let them know that that Strahd is near, and with a quick wisp, you grab the edge of your cloak and fling it over yourself, and it kind of absorbs you and then displaces you ahead. Is it a Misty Step that it allows you to do, or is it a Dimension Door?
It's a Misty Step.
A Misty Step. So you just puff on the other side of them, and they kind of turn and look around and go, and they kind of look at each other, and they nod, and they kind of they rush off to their separate hovels because they kind of approach you from two different homes. You hear you hear this vibration, like you can feel it in your bones, but you can hear it sonically, and you get a very strong pull from the weave. The weave is like the nature of the magical essence that is what allows you to be able to cast your magic. You, as a wizard, you manipulate it. You bend it to your will, because magic, the weave is a tool to be used in a way to acquire whatever you wish to divine. And so you feel this pull to a particular hovel and you run. And as that happens, you begin to almost feel this like hot, heavy breath of an atmosphere. You begin to see these wisps of shadows begin to serpentinely weave their way through the grass. And so you run and run and run until you push this door open, seeing inside as Dima holds this blade that radiates pure sun. And you look inside, panting. Strahd is here. And that was where we left off in our last session. So for everyone else, you guys see as Jude barrels his way into the building, announcing that Strahd is on the way, that he is here. Casimir kind of looks over. Damn it, it's too late. Which one of you brought him here? Kind of panicked in this concern. And Davian kind of snaps and goes, "You fool! He's been watching us the entire time. Don't act like he hasn't been watching you too, especially not after we pulled this out of a rock." You guys say anything? Do anything?
Well, are you sure it's not that book messing with your head? What do you mean?
No, I had a conversation with Strahd. He's most definitely here. He tried to take over my mind.
At about that point, you start to begin hearing outside the hovel what sounds like the ripping and tearing of flesh and some of the most agonized screams that you've ever heard in your life. It causes all of you to, as like a call to arms, to rush your way outside of the hovel into the open space just outside of Casimir's home, where you can see at the edge of this clearing, shadow wreathed as if it is a processional. You see a lone figure walking with the shadows behind him, like a bride that walks down the aisle with her dress flowing behind. This long blade in hand, the longsword, just in hand, with the tip pointed down, and you can see bits of it just as it crackles with lightning. His head kind of down in the stern countenance, but his body is held in such a manner of war. And you see Strahd von Zarovich walking in your guys' direction. To the edges of some of your immediate peripherals, you can see that the dusk elves that are present are putting up a fight against an unholy type of creature. This abominable hybrid between mortal man and wolven beast. These werewolves are just slaughtering whatever it is that they can get their hands on. And as Casimir sees this, he goes, No! My kin! Ah! And he looks out at Strahd and goes, "You demon!" And Strahd just begins to chuckle. You just hear this. I'm gonna make sure I put every last one of your filth into the ground like I did with your sister. I'll reunite you very soon. That I promise. And you begin to see more of these wolven creatures make their way out of the tree lines, but they're not too concerned for you. They begin to tear their way into the Vistani encampment. You hear the sounds of screaming all around. But your focus is elsewhere. Strahd is coming. Strahd is here. And I need you guys to go ahead and roll initiative.
Yeah, baby.
Oh,
my
shit.
God. Ready to go.
How does an unnatural 20 sound to you, Ethan?
Yo, same.
Let's go, Katray. Wait, does that we gotta re-roll, Katray?
Yeah, go ahead and re-roll, guys.
What if you got a nat 20?
Oh,
Oh,
You gotta still add your initiative.
What'd you-
You can't.
What'd you roll for the second time, Katray?
I got a nat
Well-
20 for the second.
What bullshit?
No, dude, dead ass, dude. Nick's looking right
Wait,
at
so do I have to re-roll too?
No, because that was my second roll. You're still first.
Did anyone get 25 to 20?
20.
20.
20 and 20?
Katray beat me on the second roll.
Okay, so who's going first? So we have 3 20s?
So, wait, Omar, what's
Omar
your...
got higher than a 20. Omar rolled it. What's your dex, Omar?
It's a 0.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
so
you
never
all
mind.
rolled a 20, so he would have to join you in the re-roll. So
Oh, I
what
would?
was the second roll that you two rolled, Katray and
I rolled a
Gabe?
5.
I rolled a 20.
5 and a 20.
16 for my second roll.
Okay,
The
so
bastard.
it's going to start with Jude. And then it's going to go to Helena. And then it's going to go to Romulus.
And I got 16.
Amazing. This is actually, honest to God, this is one of the craziest initiative rolls that I think we've ever had. So we have Jude at 20 going first, Helena at 20 going second, Romulus at 20 going third, Davi and Mardukov at 18 going fourth, Strahd at 17,
Yo!
Dima at 16, and then Casimir at 15.
Dude, must have
If
skipped
one of us had a
shot
if
on
one of you guys had a
Thursday,
19,
bro.
If one of you guys had a 19, one of the 320s, that would have been crazy. Like a straight flush of numbers. But with that being said, let's go ahead and change things up on my side so that I can get into the mood of this phenomenal conquest that you guys are about to be dealt by Strahd von Zarovich himself. Jude, it is your turn. You start our combat. Helena, you are on deck. Romulus, you are coasting. So, Jude, what would you like to do? You see Strahd von Zarovich, the man,
Get him
the
away.
beast, the monster, the king, the tyrant, the despot, the demon. He's walking towards you with blade in hand. What do you do?
Jude's gonna kind of wave his staff around, and he's like, "I've been working on something," and he's gonna use a sorcery point,
Okay.
and I'm gonna twin spell haste on Helena and Dima.
Let's go. Oh, let's go, baby. Boy.
What does haste do again? It just
Okay.
improves my movement, right?
Extra, you get an extra attack, right? Yeah, and a plus 2 or an extra action. So yeah, double movement speed,
So-
plus 2 to your
So
speed.
you start waving your you start waving your staff around and creating this arcane arcane form in front of you that you're about to rip into to send it in 2 different directions so that you can apply this haste spell to 2 of your allies. Strahd looks at you from a distance and you can almost see the smirk. And as that happens, he reaches one hand out, and as you begin to send the 2 hastes, like you've split this magical energy, you send it out, they fly towards your allies and then come towards Strahd, because he's going to use his 5th level spell slot to cast Counterspell.
Wait. Can I counterspell his counterspell or no? Because I just
You don't
cast
have
it.
to-
Because you're casting
spells.
a spell. You can't be the one that counterspells it. So he counterspells that with his 5th level spell slot, and he captures both of them, and it like kind of sizzles into this dark, wispy flame as he grabs onto the magic that you just tried to cast and bent it into dust. And as he does, he keeps his hand like firmly held up when he does that, and he just looks at you and he goes, "And I've learned something new as well." And then he just drops it, and it looks like the magical essence just looks like ash as he leaves it behind, and he continues to walk towards you. That is your action.
Shit.
Do you have 5th level spells, Katray?
Yeah.
Oh, is it because you're a wizard
Oh, he's a sorcerer, I think.
or a
He just made
sorcerer?
magic.
I'm a wizard.
When did you get sorcery points?
I took Meta Magic Adept as
Oh,
a feat.
Eugene, it was a feat. For a second, I was like, I'm positive you're a wizard. You said portent. Like, there's no way you could have gotten a portent. That's actually a pretty smart move, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry that I'm gonna have to kill you, but that's crazy.
Whoa.
But that's your action. So you have bonus action and movement.
Yeah, fuck.
What do you do?
I'm not gonna do anything actually.
You're not gonna do anything?
Yeah, no. So I don't really want to use any of my bonus actions yet.
Okay. Helena, you are up. Romulus, you are on deck.
That sword that he has, does it look like it has like it's there like it there's lightning in it?
Yeah, it appears to be a black iron longsword that is crackling with some form of arcane or eldritch lightning.
Okay, and I have 2 actions, right?
No. If you make an attack,
Oh, right.
you have 2 attacks.
I forgot that haste was not a thing. You're right. Okay. I'm gonna cast protection from energy, and I'm gonna touch what's his face, Jude. I'm gonna give him protection from lightning.
You're going to cast protect... you said protection of energy?
Yeah.
Okay. On Jude?
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk up to Jude and place the divine blessing upon him to protect him from lightning energy. I believe that is your action.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's all I'm gonna do. I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay. All right. Romulus, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna summon reach out to spirits to tell a tale and roll my little D8 to see what tale I get.
Okay.
Let's go.
I believe that's a bonus action as well.
To do your
Oh, you can use an action to choose one creature. I can use an action to give it to someone, but it's a bonus action to do?
No.
Yeah, bonus action. Okay. Let me roll it.
Teleport.
Okay, I got Tale of the Traveler. The target gains temporary hit points equal to a roll of your Bardic Inspiration die, plus your Bard level. While it has these temporary hit points, the target's walking speed increases by 10 feet, and it gains a +1 bonus to its AC.
okay.
Who's the melee here? Is that Nick or fucking? I thought.
It's a mixture of Helena and Dima.
That's what I thought.
And Dodian.
Oh,
Those are your 3 melee characters.
I'm gonna fucking and blow this tail on Dima.
Okay.
let's go.
So go ahead and roll your Bardic Inspiration die to determine what he gets for temporary HP. And then it is plus
You
9
get-
because of your Bard level.
15 temporary HP.
Okay.
you get plus 10 extra movement speed,
Mhm.
and you get a plus 1 to your AC temporarily.
Yeah. Now, just so you know, Nick, the movement speed buff and the bonus to armor class are conditioned upon your temporary hit points. So when you lose those, you lose both.
Okay. Is that 15 plus 9 or just 15?
15.
Okay.
Perfect. That is your bonus action in your action. Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Romulus?
Where am I in regards to Strahd in regards to the rest of my party?
He is about 45 feet away from you guys.
I'm gonna back up.
You guys are kind of like right outside of Cosimir's hovel, so you have basically a home and a hill to your back. You're about as backed up as you can be without going up the hill. But there's werewolves that are kind of running their way up there to go slaughter Vistani. So, you know, it could potentially be risky to start making your way up that hill.
I'm gonna spit on the ground in front of myself as an insult to Strahd.
Okay. All right. And that's your turn?
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right. Davian.
Promise the wolves do we have to deal with the wolves.
Davian
I don't know, dude.
is going to use his action to polymorph himself with his shape change as a were-raven into a raven, a pure raven. So he looks at you guys and goes, "Guys, please trust me. I think I have an idea." And he just and he flies straight up.
He's the trust me guy, dude. See what happens? He's flies straight.
That being Davian's turn, it is now Strahd's turn.
That was pretty cool, dude. That was pretty cool.
Strahd is going to slowly walk his way forward. He's got 30 feet of movement, so he's still going to have a distance
I'm gonna
from you
all
guys.
6 seconds in.
Now, as he's walking, he begins to speak. Lord Voctor, your family has sworn an oath to me for centuries, and I'm here to collect your fealty. Bend your knee to me, as your family has faithfully done for generations, and I will spare you. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh, man. Do I get... Oh, I get bonus on this, right?
Yeah, you do.
have
Yeah,
a charisma addition, so you get his charisma modifier to your saving throw.
Oh, okay. What is this plus 5?
Plus 4.
Plus 4?
Yeah.
If I use an inspiration to re-roll it, can I still take this roll if the re-roll is lower?
Nope.
Alright. Then I'm just gonna thug it out, dude. 19.
19.
Damn, you really wanted that roll, Nick.
You listen to Strahd speak, and you feel an invasive presence trying to force its way into your mind. Like a battering ram breaking down the doors of a building, you feel a pressure that assaults your very senses. You stop and think for a second. These people that you're with are nothing but outsiders. Foreigners.
Oh,
And
dude.
They've ruined everything.
Don't do it.
Malaki was peaceful. These guys show up, and people start dying. And you hear a whisper that with a roll of a 19 counts as a failure.
No.
And you hear, "I have a way to save your sister."
Damn it, dude.
And you find yourself charmed.
Somebody knocked me out, man.
I'm gonna cancel my goddamn fucking spirit with thingy on him.
Oh, man.
So, Dima, you have been charmed by Strahd von Zarovich.
Yeah, I've been here before. You guys are all gonna die.
You regard Strahd as a trusted friend to be both heated and protected. Strahd doesn't control you, so you can move autonomously. You can decide how you want to carry out heeding his will and keeping him safe. However, this is permanent for the time being.
Okay. I think I'm good.
Because the conditions to force another saving throw are not going to be met. So with that being said, Strahd concedes his turn.
Don't worry, Nick.
And Dima, you are up next.
I'll turn you into a Pokemon, dude. Don't worry.
So can I attack the elves then? Or like, because so my only thing about being charmed is I understand I can't, like I am on Strahd's side, and do I have to attack somebody, or like can I just
you have the explicit condition that reads that you regard Strahd as a trusted friend to be heeded and protected. You will not be able to escape fighting your companions while under this charm, because they are going to attempt to kill Strahd because you guys are fighting him.
But
now you can start with Casimir if you want to kill him first. You can start with him.
Well, hear me out. Am I allowed to move myself into the vicinity of Strahd and then get into like a defensive stance and prepare an action to attack whoever comes within 5 feet?
You...
Or do I have to? Because I'm curious how much he's allowed to fight this like within his own head.
No, you're not allowed to fight it.
No. Yeah. Okay.
He just doesn't.
Well,
he can't control everything that you do. So it's not like, hey, he's going to make you attack, Romulus. So you need to start attacking Romulus. You get to decide how you want to carry out protecting him.
A reaction.
What?
Gift of Gab.
What's that?
I don't know if this will work. Maybe I'm trying to cheese right now, but it's a reaction, and when you cast a spell, you skillfully reshape the memories of listeners in your immediate area so that creatures of your choice within 5 feet of you forget everything you... Oh wait, damn. Never mind.
That wouldn't work. Not if it's whatever you say.
I tried cheesing, Nick. I tried.
No, it's fine, dude. But Ethan, you're saying Casimir is the closest one?
Well, what I'm saying is, if you as a player don't want to immediately start attacking your friends, you can attack Casimir. That's fine with me. If you want to kind of wait for a minute, that's okay with me. If you want to start killing the elf,
It's okay if you attack us too, Nick. I'll forgive you.
I'm gonna go hit Casimir, dude.
you're gonna go to Casimir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, by the way, he is incredibly surprised by this attack. So you do have advantage on this in sneak attack.
Okay. Am I allowed to like say something though that kind of can inform the party that I'm charmed by Strahd? Like, can I be like,
no?
For Strahd.
I would say that because of your fighting style, you fight with a bit of subtlety. You're not the most braggadocious or loud and kind of boisterous combatant. If you had been, I would have given you that ability. But you specialize in kind of not letting your enemies know where it is that you're going to hit. So I think this first round would be a lot more subtle as a result of that.
Casimir might be dead. So I got to roll a crit.
I'm excited.
I need to figure out how many D's I'm rolling.
What did you roll what was your attack roll?
It was a natural 20.
Oh. All right.
Really gonna kill our teammate?
All
I need
right.
to beat this guy.
Okay.
Is it low? You said goodbye.
Dude, not cat.
5d6. It's 5d6 sneak attack. Yeah, 1, 2.
Dude.
That. Plus it'll be...
Nick, you've turned me into an accomplice, dude, because I fucking boosted your ass.
Well, I thought... do I still have that?
Yeah, I can't
yeah.
actually cancel it.
You have that until you lose the temporary hit points. So you just have 10 extra movement speed and an additional point of armor class.
If I cast another tail, it gets rid of my last one.
Perfect. So he has a way to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
How much dice are we rolling, dude? I'm a little excited. We got a fucking 9th level rogue.
It's gonna be 10d6.
Oh,
And well, fuck it, dude. I'm just gonna use
is
this.
that just the sneak attack doubled? Is the 10d6 just the sneak attack?
So it'll be 10d6 worth of sneak attack, and 4d6 worth of longsword.
Oh, you're using sunsword for this.
So it'll be 14 d6 total. Yeah. Alrighty, here we go.
Yeah.
That's 5. 8. 5 plus 8 is 13.
Oh.
15, 16, 17. Don't say that. 22. 8, 29.
Just a quick question. You're rolling d6s for the longsword?
Yeah.
Okay. It's a d8 for the longsword.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So you should be rolling 2 of those d6s should be d8s.
I thought it was 2d6 longsword damage, and then if you hit
that's a
that,
great
it's
sword. Yeah, that would be a great sword. Yeah. So yeah, a longsword's a d8, and so it's and that is not slashing damage; it's radiant damage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you deal So just 2 of those d6s are d8s to take account for that. Oh, this is going to be disgusting, guys.
29. 29. Yeah. So in d6s we have
I'm
29.
so excited. Bro.
Or-
I'm so excited.
40. 40. Those are low. That's fair. 42 total damage.
42 total damage.
I had a lot of low ones, so that's hopefully not. I think he's still dead, though.
Jude, your turn is about to be next.
No,
And you were already directioning yourself to look towards both Helena and to give them the benefit of a haste. You hear Strahd kind of whisper, or not, well, he shouts towards Dima at first, and you turn because you know what he's about to do, and you look to him. You tell him to fight it off, to resist it, that he's better than this. Dima, you look to Jude. And what do you say to Jude? He tells you that you're better than this. That you can fight this off, but he's nothing more than a foreign cancer in your homeland.
My mind is gone already? Yeah. If my mind's gone already, then Dima's gonna look at Jude pretty blankly, and he's just gonna go, he's not even gonna say anything. He's just gonna look at you, and he's gonna spit on the ground in disgust.
And as he spits on the ground, his hand reaches for his newly acquired sun sword, the blade not like out, just the hilt, and he shoves it in Casimir's throat and then activates the blade, and the blade pierces through skin, severing flesh, and the head flies from the shoulders and drops to the ground.
Damn, Nick, come on, dude.
Hey, it's not me, it is.
And then he flips the blade around, and Jude, you stand there in horror because you do see a blank and soulless expression on Dima's face.
Nick TPK'd.
Dima, that is your action. What else do you want to do with your turn?
He's gonna use his movement to run right up to whoever the next closest party member is.
Potentially.
That
Jude.
would be Romulus.
Oh, it's Jude?
Jude or Romulus?
Jude.
All right. And he begins to make his way over to you, Jude. Is there anything else you want to do? Do you have a bonus action that you want to use or can use or anything?
No, I mean I have a bonus action, but I can just bonus action disengage, or I can do that. But no, I don't have a bonus action.
Okay.
I'm all good.
All right. So Jude, it is your turn. Helena, you're on deck. Romulus, you're coasting. You see a swift and sudden betrayal that you know has been concocted with malign interference. Jude, what do you do?
Fucking game. I'm gonna use my cloak to cast Blur.
Okay. So you immediately take your Cloak of Displacement and fling it around yourself, and the magic kind of suffuses into your being, causing you to have this shifting appearance that makes it difficult for someone to lock you down.
Nah, what you mean, man? Show yourself.
Is that an action?
Show yourself.
Yes, Blur is an action.
Now what, dude? Wait, is that a spell?
Yeah.
It's connected to the cloak.
Alright. I'll let you pass this.
What the?
Could have hit you though.
I'm gonna use my other sorcery point. Actually, no, I'm gonna save it.
Okay.
What do we do?
Actually, no, I lied. I'm gonna use my other sorcery point, and I'm gonna cast Slow
Okay.
as a quicken spell.
Okay. Bonus action. I like it. And you're going to do it on Strahd?
It's up to 6 people, so I'm gonna do it to Strahd, Dima, and then 4 of the wolves.
The werewolves are not in combat. Are you
Oh, they're not?
Yeah, they're not in the combat. But I mean, are you basically saying, like, hey, I still want to do
Well,
it?
it says 120 feet.
Right. So yeah, I'm fine with it. I'm just not going to roll a saving throw. We'll say for the werewolves it affects them, and we'll just say that they get slowed.
Okay.
Dude, are you gonna do that to me, dude?
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, so Dima, you need to go ahead and make a saving throw. I don't know what's the specific saving.
Oh.
Wait, I'm gonna give Strahd my other portent, which is a 7.
A 7?
Yeah.
Okay, so and what save is it?
It is a. Yeah, it's a wisdom save.
Wisdom. So that would put him at a 17.
What's your DC, dude?
My DC is a 17.
So he succeeds.
Darn, man, I succeeded too, dog. You didn't slow shit.
What the fuck?
You cast the spell, and you don't feel that it has taken place, and that it is held to these two individuals. And you just hear this. You hear a just a dark cackling in the back of your head.
I play spellcasters, dude. That happens every time.
Nice try, Twiceborn. That is your action, or that's your bonus action. You quickened it.
Can I cast Senpuku?
Can you cast Seppuku? Yeah, when Strahd gets to you. Are you gonna do anything with your action?
Mm-hmm. I guess it Blur.
Oh, you're right. You used your item to cast Blur. That is correct. Okay, so that is your turn. Are you gonna move anywhere? Do you want to? You would risk making having an attack of opportunity from Dima because he's on you, but you do have disadvantage on incoming attack rolls due to the blur.
No, yeah. I'll back up. Off.
So you'll take the attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Okay.
Darn it. That would be I'd be a 10 to hit. Because I have disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not hit you.
Let's go.
Yeah. So he begins to back off and kind of distance himself from you. And Dima, you try to bring some sort around after decapitating Casimir, and you try to flip the blade so that you can make a very swift and deft strike, hoping to kind of stab into his side. But when you're confident that he's there, the blade goes through nothing, and you realize that this spell is a little bit more shifty than you imagined, and so you do miss. And so he backs up off of you. With that being said, Helena, it is your turn. Romulus, you are on deck.
I'm gonna rush towards
Alright.
Dima, and I'm gonna attack him.
You're going to attack Dima. Okay.
No, don't do it. Don't do it.
You have 2 attacks.
I would never hurt anybody. I'm a dodge.
Is a 15 hit?
No.
A
Miss.
15?
That'll miss.
15 misses.
Oh, it's a miss?
So you
Okay.
run up, and I'm assuming you're using your greatsword?
Yeah, I'm using the Revenant.
Yeah, so you run up with this greatsword and swing out towards him with this horizontal slash. And you see kind of like the Matrix, he kind of leans back and has to actually put a hand on the grass behind him, and the blade goes right over his torso, and then he pushes himself back up. You have a second attack.
I don't like this guy anymore.
Damn.
Who are you hitting?
He's hitting Dima.
Fucking Dima?
Nah, dude, I got Dima taken care of. Don't worry about that, dude.
Please free me. Can you not have that attitude right now, bro? We're 2 rounds in. Not even 2 rounds in. Fuck.
Hey, does a 24 hit?
That'll hit me.
All right.
Okay.
And right as he picks himself back up, you stop the blade as it's slashed over, and you flip it around and cut it across his torso.
Can I divine smite him as well?
Absolutely.
Whoa.
Absolutely. Yo, that's radiant damage, right?
That is radiant damage.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, please tell me that frees me. I've been compelled. I've been lusted.
The power of Christ compels you.
No, it's the power of Strahd now.
Ha! That was good. That was really good.
What? Is Nick freed now? Is Dima free of his grasp?
Oh no. No.
Okay,
not
so
Oh.
13 points of slashing damage and then 14 points of radiant damage.
Okay. Dima, you do have a reaction to Uncanny Dodge if you want to half the incoming damage. It's your choice. Actually, no, you don't. You just used a reaction to make an attack of opportunity against Jude, so you cannot Uncanny Dodge it. You have to take the full 27.
Yeah. Wait. Isn't Omar the new round?
No, Jude is the new round. He goes first.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I'm cooked. Okay.
No, I'm cooked. I just fucked up on rules, bro.
I am good. No more extra
Helena,
help.
that is your second attack. That is your action. Is there anything else you wish to do on your turn?
We just got rid of the things.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith
Amazing.
towards Jude.
Okay, Jude. In the midst.
Isn't Jude in the Shadow Realm?
No, he is blurred, so he's a little bit more difficult to hit, and he's about to be even more difficult to hit. And so Helena, you go ahead and conjure through will, conviction, and sheer force of determination alone. Conjure a protective barrier that is reminiscent of your conviction, and it seeks to protect Jude. And so, Jude, you have a +2 to your armor class.
Damn.
Remember, too, you are resistant to lightning
Yes.
right now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. Hold up.
Whoa.
Protection from energy. Is that a concentration spell?
Oh,
It is.
Uh,
It is a concentration
oh.
spell, and I do believe
So
Shield
I
of
can't
Faith.
cast-
I do believe Shield of Faith is as well.
it is. Yeah.
Okay,
you're
so
right.
no, you cannot cast both.
Okay.
So,
All
thank you
right.
for reminding me. So I will allow you to roll that back so that you don't lose out on the protection of energy if you so wish, or you can choose to drop it. It is your choice. I will allow you to make that decision. Informed consent, guys. That's how you do it. You gotta tell them this could be bad. So It's up to you. If
Can
you want
I?
If you want to do it.
What weapon? Who has a melee weapon? Jude or Romulus?
Technically, they both do. Are they good with it? That's the better question.
I have a
So
staff.
you-
Yes, Bill.
I am not a
It's
melee
not-
fighter.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
Neither
Do I have
am I.
enough movement to
I
go
don't
back
have
to... Oh, I can't do that either. Fuck. Okay, I'm not doing anything.
Okay.
Never mind.
All right.
That was concentration.
Okay. Helena, that is your turn. Romulus, you are up.
I'm gonna cast Polymorph on Dima.
They're going to cast Polymorph on Dima.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. What are you going to attempt to turn Dima into?
A pug.
You're going to turn him into a pug. Okay. It's a
Yeah.
domesticated house. It's a domesticated house
What
dog
the
of
hell?
the nobility back in Baldur's Gate. So feel free to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me, Dima.
Dude, someone's about to get slobbered on, man. Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
What did he
Natural
roll?
one.
You said
A natural-
You said a natural 1.
Yeah,
Oh.
that'll do it.
Damn,
Oh,
I
shit.
know the excitement that you have because you really don't want to fight your party, but unfortunately, Strahd's going to go ahead and cast Counterspell
No.
at 4th level.
No,
What the fuck?
You're going to counterspell it?
I'm gonna counterspell.
Okay.
Yeah.
What level are you going to cast that counterspell?
And what level is Strahd gonna cast his at?
He's casting
He's
it
going
at
to cast
5th
it at
level.
4th level.
Oh,
I'm gonna cast it at 5th level.
Oh,
You're going to cast it at 5th level. Okay. So as Dima's form begins to shift and change into that of a pug, you see Strahd reach out and again attempt to manipulate the magical energy in hopes that he could prevent this from happening. And Jude, you see this, and now you can actually do something about it. So you do. You slam your fist, your arcane focus, your staff, you slam it into the ground and reach out quickly with using the weave to manipulate his spell with your own counterspell, and you stop it from happening. And so he looks, he tries to, and he looks at you with this fury.
Just Dima's
Very,
barking in
very
the
well
background.
done. And Dima is now a pug. Yeah, so Dima's been turned into a pug. So Dima, you now retain... Dima, listen, you retain the stats of a dog. So you need to go ahead and just real quick for me, you need to pull up dog 5e stat block. You're not like a neutral combatant now. You are still very much hostile against these now big giant two-legged guys, but you are going to have to fight as a dog for the time being.
a pug.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fight
That
as a
has
dog.
Oh my
to be
God.
more disadvantages for being a pug, Ethan.
hey man, I'm ready.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I get a bite.
You get a bite attack. Yeah, so you're gonna have to fight as a dog. It's gonna be great.
I would have turned it into a fucking snail or something.
Hey, I asked. You said pug.
What?
He would have had to
Oh,
fight
no.
as a snail. I would have told him. It would have
Dude,
taken
all
forever.
Dude, that'd be kind of cool, man.
That'd
That's
be
always-
insane. Bro,
Keep dying.
your entire combat would be you like furiously charging someone from like microscopic level and then accidentally getting stepped on by your own teammate and then unpolymorphing because of that. It would have been insane.
would suck.
Okay, so Romulus, your polymorph goes through and you are successful in changing the shape of Dima against his will into that of a pug. Now, I believe this is a concentration spell. Am I correct?
It is.
Phenomenal. Please mark down that you're concentrating on a spell to some degree because it may come up in a moment. With
Okay.
that being said, is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn? Your
I
bonus
would like-
actions?
I would like to sit on top of the pug.
In what way?
That might do damage too.
I would like to grapple the pug and keep the pug on the ground.
You want to like hold on to the dog.
I want to make sure the dog can't bite anyone.
Dude, let me get that contested strength.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and real quick for me, make a contested athletics roll.
Oh no.
And for the sake
yeah.
of this roll, Pug Nick, Pug Dima, Dima Pug, you can choose between acrobatics or athletics.
Can I?
No, you have to do athletics because you're trying to forcefully restrain
I'm
him.
trying to jujitsu the pug.
No, you're trying to forcibly restrain him. You have to hold him down. It's going to require your strength to keep that head from turning.
I'm gonna use the inspiration.
Acrobatics. Dex.
Fuck.
Ooh.
He
Ooh.
beats me, Ethan.
Ooh, baby.
It doesn't
Ooh.
matter what you roll, Nick. I got a 5.
Yeah, I got a 23.
Dude,
Bro,
this
you're a pug.
But listen, he carries all the dexterity of his human form, and he deftly maneuvers out of your grasp.
Or he could die with one swift kick.
Billy, can I want to slobber all of this.
Yeah, you get a nice thick strand of saliva like on your hand where he's like like
Dude,
trying to
does he
grab
get a
onto you.
minus to speed since his breed can't breathe properly?
No, we're not gonna impose the breeding rules. That's crazy. He's a pug, dude. He's a dog. You can't really do. You just nerfed him. We're good as it is. Is that going to be the rest of your turn?
Can I kick it? Just kidding.
No, because you don't have an action.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's I mean, can I fucking tie a leash?
No, because you attempted to use. I kind of supplanted your bonus action to try to grab it because it's a pug. I'd say you don't have anything else for this turn.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. It is now Davian's turn, and Davian he's kind of circling a little bit, like right over where Strahd is, and he is going to use his bonus action to revert out of his polymorph form as he's flying into Strahd, so that he can take his quarterstaff and like slam into him. So he's going to go ahead and make an attack roll against Strahd.
By the way, Nick, you still have a plus 10 to your movement speed, a plus 1 to your AC, and a plus 15 temporary HP.
Guys, this was going to go a lot better than I thought it was going to, and then my man rolled a natural 1, and then an 8,
no.
and then an 8.
Oh no!
And the
He's
8
gonna fucking die.
The 8 was not good enough to hit. The
Oh,
8
no.
is not good enough to hit Strahd because it turns into a 17. And the 17 is a miss. So as he's like flinging into Strahd with this aerial strike, you see as Strahd catches the quarterstaff, like holds onto it, and then just redirects and kind of throws Davian, who kind of does this acrobatic flip.
Oh no! Dog.
And rolls a 22, so he succeeds, and he kind of rolls before he flings himself back at Strahd for a second attack. And that is going to be a miss with a 16, and Strahd takes his blade and catches the quarterstaff with the sword, and is just kind of holding it there. And you can see you have two noble houses of Barovia fighting and clashing. You have the patriarch of the Mardikovs and the patriarch of the von Zaroviches just in this like weird stick versus sword clash. That is going to be his bonus action, so he doesn't have anything else he can do on this current turn. So with that being said, it is no longer Davian's turn. It is now Strahd's turn. So Strahd is going to just make 2 attacks. He's going to make 2. He's going to go for an unarmed strike. So when he has the sword there, Jude, because you're kind of paying attention to Strahd, he unlatches his left hand, which you can see is his nails turn into these dark, like dripping claws, and he's going to start slashing at Davian's torso. So he's going to make 2 attacks. Roll here. Makes 2 attacks. The first one was a 5 plus 9, so that is a 14. That is a miss. And the second is a 19, and that perfectly hits. So the first damage he deals is from the unarmed strike itself. That is a D8 plus 4, and that is 12 points of damage on the unarmed strike. Then he also deals an additional 4d6 worth of necrotic damage. So 3, 9, 14, and 20. So that is 32 points of damage total. And he currently has... Actually, you know what? He's not going to do that. Never mind. There's another thing that his unarmed strike can do if he chooses to forego the damage. He's not going to forego that damage. So he deals 32 points of damage to Davian. And he's just clawing at his stomach. The first one you can see Davian, like with his quarterstaff, is able to see this attack coming, and he slams the hand away. He swipes at it and kind of like wax on, wax off, just pushes it to the side. But then his quarterstaff buckles, so he has to grab it again, and that leaves another opening where Strahd's able to get a tear into his chest. That is going to be Strahd's action. Let's see if there's anything. There's a Misty. He might Misty Step.
Oh, why did you do that?
It was like your cat.
No, he's not going to Misty Step.
I dare you.
Yeah, that's going to be...
He doesn't want to use the spell slot. Dude, look, he's scared. He's shaking his booty.
No.
Strahd's worried.
Yeah, it's going to be his turn.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, Strahd is malicious. He's going to use his first legendary action at the end of Davian's turn that he hasn't used over the past couple of rounds because he's holding back for a second. And he's going to go ahead and make a third unarmed strike against Davian.
I might
That
get
is going to be a 22 to hit.
I'm gonna be okay, dude. Stop the pug and sneak over there.
That is another 12 on the bludgeoning damage. And then we have 3, 7, 10, and 14
Better start saying a prayer though, for real.
on the necrotic damage.
Get that guy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Sure.
So he has now dealt a combined total of 58 points of damage to
Damn.
Davian.
Yo, Davian's done, bro. He's got like 20 HP.
And he's just tearing into his chest. So that is now... so that's a mixture of Davian and Strahd's turn. Strahd turns now over. So Dima. Pug Nick.
Is Romulus? Who's the closest to me right now? Romulus.
Right now, it's this really annoying, it's this really annoying human thing that's trying to grab you. It would be Romulus in game, but like in player talk. But it's this really annoying dude that's like trying to like grab you and hold on to you. You were able to get out of it, but you can't let that sit by, dude. You got to correct him and show him that that's not okay.
I want to bite him right in his butt cheek.
Ankle, but nice try.
Hey, this pug's got hops, man. This pug's got hops.
You've heard of Achilles' heel?
Yeah, it has a 5 foot reach. I got a 15 to hit.
Oh, you are not a 5 foot reach pug, dude.
It's D&D rules. You said 15 to hit. Does that hit you, Romulus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh!
Roll damage.
And roll a con save.
Get a D6. Get a D. Oh man. 2 points of damage.
Okay, so Romulus, you take 2 points of damage, and then you do have to roll a concentration saving throw, and you just have to beat it 10.
He also has to roll a DC 11 strength save or be knocked prone.
Oh,
What?
No, never mind, because he's not a creature.
Oh,
he is
I
a
beat
creature.
it.
He is a creature. So you get that as a dog, right?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. So you
I'm
need to roll a DC
gonna
11.
say what I'm gonna technically rule is because he was very specific on breed. I'm gonna say that it takes away that prone feature because there's no fucking physical way that a pug is ever gonna drop a full-grown mortal. So because listen, I would do this in your benefit if you were this specific, but because Gabe was very specific that he wanted a pug, I'm gonna honor that the best I can. If he just said a dog, then yeah, you would have had that, but I kind of have to take it away. I don't do it to ruin your life, but I just do to honor the specificity.
Woohoo.
That's insane. So, yeah, DC 10 con save for Romulus.
Yeah, I beat it.
You beat it? Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
So,
I got a 17 plus.
awesome. So, Demon, that is your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, Jude. The one
He's-
whose turn is up. Helena, you are on deck, and Romulus, you are coasting.
Am I within 10 feet of Helena?
You are, yeah. You guys have.
So
not
I would have
begun to
gotten her
approach.
bonus too, right?
You would have, yeah.
Oh, that's nuts.
Yeah, dude,
There he
paladins
is.
are dope, dude.
Please,
Paladins are
some
freaking dope.
free me. Set me free.
Alright, I'm gonna throw a fireball at Strahd.
And
Fire.
Please
you're
do,
gonna-
please
okay,
do, please
you're gonna throw
do.
a fireball at Strahd.
This will actually help me. Please do it.
All right. He's gonna roll a deck save, and then so is Davian.
Get the drop.
Oh, I forgot about Davia.
He's evasion, so if he succeeds, he doesn't take damage. So Strahd rolls a 19, so that is a success since we've determined your DC is a 17.
Ooh.
So he will take half damage from this. And then Davian is going to go ahead and roll.
Nice.
And he rolls a 26, so he definitely succeeds. So Davian takes 0 damage from this.
Oh, nice.
Good.
Because he is evasion.
He's what?
An
He
Asian?
is evasion.
Descent? He's of Asian descent?
No. Oh, nice try.
What's the number? Oh,
Son of a bitch.
damn, Biddy.
What?
What?
So yeah, half of 25.
12 and a half.
Oh, so we're going to round up, so we're going to make that 13.
No, I want 12 and a half, dude.
No. So 13 points of damage to Strahd, 0 to Davian. Since he succeeded on his roll, and you just hurl this fireball in his direction. It explodes with arcane fire, and it is
You're
fueled
pissing
by
him
your
off.
anger towards Strahd. And yeah, the spell recedes after the explosion. You can just see this burnt patch of ground that surrounds where Strahd and Davian are locked into close combat. He looks at you, Jude, as he's going to get ready in a moment to use a legendary action, and he just turns his head and looks at you. You still have a bonus action and some movement.
No, I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay. Well, then he's going to use his legendary action. He gets 3 per round, so he's going to use his first one this round after your turn to make an unarmed strike against Davian.
This poor fucking guy.
He's
That
following
is
me.
going to be an 18 to hit, so it misses.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Let's
so,
go.
and that's because Davian, having just evaded the fireball, is now able to put himself in a better position, and so he is able to, with his quarterstaff, flick and slam Strahd's hand away because he's trying to claw at him, and he smacks it off to prevent the claw from coming through. So that is Jude's turn. Helena, you're up. Romulus, you're on deck.
And Strahd's like 15 feet away, isn't he?
He is. He's about 15 feet away from you guys, so you can
Okay,
pivot
I'm gonna
and turn
run up
towards
to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna run up to him, but I'm gonna move 5 feet, or yeah, 5 feet. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt
Okay.
at 2nd level.
All right.
Like,
Yeah.
and I just roll the.
Yeah, roll a d20 first because you have to hit. So d20
Oh right,
plus,
I'm fucking stupid.
yeah, it'll be
Right.
plus
Okay.
your spellcasting modifier, so that'll be your proficiency bonus plus your charisma modifier. We'll see if it hits, and then we'll go from there.
I rolled a nat 20.
A natural 20.
I swear to God. I
that is
swear
a
to
hit.
God.
That is a hit. So with a level 2 guiding bolt, I think that's what, 5d6 worth of radiant damage?
Yeah.
Okay, so that is going to be 10d6 worth of radiant damage.
I'm gonna make some money. Heal. Pay up, pay up. Time to pay the radiant tax.
And then also, because I hit him, I do get advantage on my next attack.
Yes, well, the very next attack against him is going to
Oh,
have advantage.
for the next. Oh, so that would be who then?
Whoever, because this will take your action.
Whoever-
so your
okay.
full action will get used on the
Okay.
guiding bolt, but whoever makes it could be anyone, but whoever makes the very next attack gets advantage.
Okay.
But you are about to uncover something. So, Helena, it's going to be really interesting. You're going to see how much damage you do.
Like not a whole lot. I mean, it's just it's 10d6.
I mean, 10d6 of radiant damage could stack up pretty quick.
The max is 60. You did 4 attacks at 60 damage. You're probably down to 240 HP. Jeez.
It was 26 points of radiant damage.
Okay. So, as you're running towards him with greatsword in hand, you again you just reach into this to your what is your force of will, your fortitude, your conviction, your determination to slay this beast, and you basically manifest it as a guiding bolt of divine energy and shoot it towards Strahd. And one of the things that you notice is because he's been damaged by a fireball just rather recently, you can see there's parts of his skin that look burnt, that look as if they've received some level of a burn. And you begin to notice that they're starting to like stitch themselves back together, like the burn's starting to look as if it's healing. There's a regenerative ability that's at play that you're watching, but when the guiding bolt hits him and the explosion of the guiding bolt kind of washes over him, you notice that stops in its track and he no longer is regenerating.
Damn.
That is your action.
Damn it! I can't do anything else then.
You could continue to move up to him if you want.
Nah.
Okay. Is that going to be your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. He's going to go ahead and use his second legendary action to make an unarmed strike against Davian.
That revived me.
And he rolls a 23. So he downs Davian. Just off of the he doesn't even have to roll the necrotic damage. He drops Davian down to -1. I'm just gonna roll this in terms of looking at his total.
Oh wait, never mind.
His total hit points. So 3, 5, 11, and 16, which will put him at -17 hit points. And with one like fell swoop, Strahd does another claw across the torso of Davian, and Davian is just bleeding profusely from multiple different wounds that are deep within his torso. And his old body can't continue to fight like this, and so you watch as Davian Mardukov, he kind of buckles. You hear this, oh, and a globule of blood fly from his mouth. And then you see his staff, which he's firmly, adamantly held since you've met him, dropped to the ground. And then you hear the thud of his body hit the floor. He's currently going to be making death saves, because I'm considering him a PC. I'm not going to kill him outright like I did with Casimir. So Davian's making death saves, and that is the end of Helena's turn. So Romulus, you are up.
I'm going to attempt to tie a muzzle around Dima Pug variant. And that's
what do you have to do that?
Rope?
You're going to attempt to use, like, hempen rope to, like...
shut his mouth?
I don't know how you'd be capable of doing that, because pug faces are smushed in. So there's no snout to, like, really fully wrap around with thick hempen rope. Like, if he was a bigger breed dog, I definitely say we could do it. But because, again, you were a little specific here, that's gonna be insanely difficult to do.
Okay, I'd like to hog tie it.
I don't know if you can hog tie him, like, because you have thick rope. Like, your rope's not like thin; it is very thick rope. So like,
I can't tie his legs together.
I don't think you can tie tiny little pug legs with a giant rope, because they will just slide out. Because they're so tiny.
Trust me, you can tie some tiny little pug legs. Fucking.
I don't see the reason to it. I don't see the capacity. I think the rope's too thick to hog tie a pug. If you had something that was a lot thinner, absolutely.
It's like a Anchorman, dude. Just kick it off.
Well, this pug is going to be really annoying.
He is going to be slightly annoying. Yeah.
Dude, just like kick it really far.
Just punch.
I'd like to mace the pug.
You're gonna attack the pug?
Mace it with bear mace.
Oh.
Bear mace.
If only we had bear mace in D&D.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my bonus action to conjure another spirit story.
Okay.
Okay. I got, for 1 minute, any creature that hits the target with a melee attack takes force damage equal to a roll of your bardic inspiration dice. I'm gonna cast that on Omar, on Helena.
Okay, so anything that hits Helena takes force damage equal to your inspiration die. Is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay, and does it specify it's with melee or is it just in general?
in general. Or with melee, sorry.
With melee. Okay, perfect. Anything that attacks Helena in melee will receive some force damage. Perfect. So that is your action and your bonus action. Is there anything else you wish to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna run away from the pug, and the pug loses its 15 temp HP because
Yes.
I casted anew.
Yeah, loses the 15 temp HP, loses the 10 movement speed, and the +1 AC.
Sorry, pug.
So, with your turn being done, Strahd's going to use his third legendary action for the round, and he's going to use the move legendary action, which allows him to move up to his movement speed without provoking attacks of opportunity. And he's going to do so that he can walk directly past Helena and move in striking distance of Jude.
Oh,
Nice.
Yay. Honor, Jude. Yay.
With that being said, it is Davian's turn, so Davian's going to make his first death save of the round, and he rolls a 14, so that is a success.
Let's go.
Nice.
That is a single
Let's go.
Gonna get
success
back up yet.
for Davian. And after Davian's turn, it is Strahd. Strahd's turn's up next. So let's see what we want to do here.
No, you can get back.
How do we want to do this? Yeah, dude, his spell slots are just like not necessary. I'll be completely honest. There's just nothing here that I want to use. So we're just going to go ahead and make some melee attacks, but this time he's going to go ahead and use his longsword. So Judy's going to attack you with his longsword, which is wreathing with lightning. And so the first attack is going to be a unnatural 30 to hit.
Holy shit.
Out of here. Wait, did you do disadvantage?
I did not.
Is it my blur?
It's an unnatural 20 to hit.
Yeah, you're gonna get
Wait,
hit.
no. I'm gonna shield.
Okay, what does that make your armor class?
Oh, never mind.
Would that make it a 20?
No, it wouldn't.
Okay. All right. And then the second attack, which will be at disadvantage, is a 24. Yep, 24. So that'll hit as well.
Yep, they both did.
So we're gonna get started here. So this is gonna be the slashing damage on the first attack.
But you only got.
That is going to be 21 points of slashing damage on the first attack.
Alright, GG guys. It's been fun, but
Buddy boy, dude.
And
dead,
then
dude?
10 points of lightning damage,
No, he's resistant.
which you're
He's
resistant
he's
to. So you take 5 points of lightning damage.
Yeah.
26 for first hit.
Yeah.
Half your health.
yeah.
You have 21 points of slashing damage, 5 points of lightning damage. That's the first attack.
Damn.
The second attack is going to be 24 points of slashing damage
Okay.
and 7 points of lightning damage that you have
I'm
to four.
Bummer, dude.
I have to what?
To 4.
I'm down.
Yeah.
You are down. So with 2 very swift strikes of his blade, he slashes up your back as you're kind of moving in a direction to get away from him. He slashes up your back. It causes you to kind of lurch forward. He grabs you by the shoulder, flips you around, and looks at you and says, "You should have listened to me." And then he runs you through with his blade and stabs you through the stomach, causing you to... He grabs you by the throat, Jude, as he pulls the blade out from you slowly. And then you can feel every inch of this blade because of the electricity. It's cauterizing you from within. And he pulls it out slowly and then pushes you to the floor and you drop. And you are now currently making death saves.
Yay.
That is Strahd's turn. Pug Nick, you're up.
I'm gonna bite again.
Okay, so you run back up to Romulus to go make a bite.
He didn't get his opportunity of attack. When I left his range, he didn't get a chance to bite me.
He chose not to. He wasn't paying attention.
Fair enough.
13 points of damage.
No,
Or,
13
13.
to,
I meant.
13 to
Well,
hit.
Like,
Hey, did you
yeah,
roll
that
a d20
is-
on that bite damage?
No. Does 13 hit or no?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Hey, Bar Mitzvah! 7 points of damage on that one.
Okay. So same thing. Go ahead and make a concentration save, and this is again. You're trying to beat a 10.
Is he knocking me prone? I'd
No.
do both if he
No,
is.
we're taking that ability away from him. 'Cause
Oh, yeah.
you picked him as a pug.
Well, I got a 14 plus whatever.
Okay, so you still succeed,
Yeah.
and that is Dima's turn. Jude, go ahead and make a death saving throw for me, please.
oh, you better not die, dude.
Look at damage on him.
Don't give up.
Okay. I got a 12.
You got 12. That is one success.
Doesn't
Elena,
matter.
you are up next.
He's gonna cook us while we're down.
Who?
Helena, you are up next.
Oh.
Romulus, you're on deck.
All you gotta do is just get off one more fireball, dude. He's going down. He's looking really rough.
I'm gonna run up
I
to
think he's-
Strahd because is he? How far away is he from me? Is he?
He's like
moved past
20
me,
feet
didn't
from
he?
you. You can move right up to him, no problem.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna move up. I'm just gonna attack him with that great sword.
Okay. So you are the first person to attack him since the guiding bolt. So you have advantage on this first attack.
All right.
No. Nice, just rolling, man. Happy to get hit by the dice.
So I rolled it twice, but the first roll was 26, which is my stuff added. So does that hit?
That definitely hits. 26.
Okay.
Dude, if I tell you at level 9 that a 26 doesn't hit, I want you to either cry really hard, breathe a sigh of relief, because that means I'm definitely not killing you. Like, I have no intention to kill you. Or fire me as a GM. Like, that is insane. So, yeah, you definitely hit. Are you going to Divine Smite this hit, or are you just leaving this in the normal hit?
Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna Divine Smite him at second level.
Okay, let's go ahead and throw out the damage we got going on here.
And then on top of that, I'm going to use my Channel Divinity to use Inspiring Smite to give myself temporary hit points.
Okay. All right. I like it. Oh, awesome.
It's fine, dude.
We should just make a good save.
No, dude. But they all think,
No, Katray, you can't reload the quick save.
Yes, Master Strahd.
Katray's like, why not? I thought this was an RPG.
It's bullshit.
There's no quick save feature? Bro, why do we even play D&D?
Up to another fight. There's mods in this game.
get my cheat rating out.
Okay, so the first hit, yeah, this is still the first hit. Sorry. Okay, so it's 11 slashing and 10 radiant damage, and then
Okay.
I have 20 temporary hit points. And I'm
Amazing.
gonna attack second time.
Go for it. Now, this one's
I'm gonna-
just a normal attack because the guiding bolt is now gone.
And I can't
Okay.
or at least one or something.
But we'll hold her in a bag of
I rolled a 19,
That also hits.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
and then I'm gonna. I can't divine smite him again, can I?
You can.
Oh, I can.
Yeah, this is not... Divine Smite's technically not a spell. It just consumes spell slots.
Oh,
So it
Okay,
doesn't
I'm just gonna do
fully
that
abide
first
by
level.
normal spell rules.
Okay, I'll just do it by just first level normal.
Okay? Yeah, roll damage. Let me know what you roll.
Well, there. No.
All right, so 14 slashing and 11 radiant.
All right.
Perfect concentration. Am I free?
No.
No.
He is not concentrating on your charm. This is a vampiric effect.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, I am really sorry. I really wanted this to be on Jude, but it didn't work out that way. I'd been building up for this moment my entire campaign, and then he went and succeeded on the goddamn saving throw because he used his goddamn portents, and so I'm sitting here fucking pissed about it. Now, is there anything I can do about it to punish him? No, he has a portent, he rolled a good portent, it is what it is. Phenomenal
mean?
job. Good job on you. But you're going to watch all your friends die as a result of it. There's no other... You're not going to actively be a part of it like Demon was about to. Now, turning him into a pug, I do have to say, great counter. I'm a little pissed about that as well, but there's nothing I can do about it again. That was pure amazing gameplay, so I'm actually really excited for you guys. So that being said, you run, Helena, seeing Strahd not only just bring down Davian, but now have just brought down Jude by impaling him with his sword and throwing him to the ground like he's yesterday's trash. Now, you're running up at him with a fury, and so you take the Revenant Blade and slam it into his back with the Divine Smite, and as the blade slashes across his back, the Divine Energy bursting with a bright flash, he lurches forward in pain before he whips himself around and use that opportunity to do a slash across the torso, which again you Divine Smite, causing another burst of pain. He kind of reels back with his and he's going to lean forward with his legendary action, which is his... For this round, it is the first of this round, and he is going to make a unarmed strike against you. So that is going to be a 32.
Oh my god. Miss.
MZ.
I'm just playing. That definitely hits.
Okay. So on that, that's going to be 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then 3, 9, 10, 12 points of necrotic damage.
Oh my god, he just took 20 points in damage, and he removed all of my temporary hit points, so I still have my health.
Okay.
Let's go.
Oh, shit!
And they're
Okay.
almost
Scary.
That thing's coming in clutch. That is your action. And a little bit of your movement. You still have a bonus action if you're capable of...
I don't have a bonus action because I use my channel
That was
divinity.
your channel divinity. Okay. So, so that's going to fully be your turn. So Romulus, you are up next.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Mass Healing Word.
Okay.
I don't. Let me see what I roll for that.
What level are you casting this as?
A third.
You're going to use a third level. Okay.
What?
I only have one 4th level spell, and I used that to turn Nick into a pug.
You did.
1d4 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
I'm going to save you the pain, and I know this is going to be an asshole move. Strahd is going to use his last 4th level spell slot to counterspell that.
Wait, can I get up?
No, you can't just get up and counterspell.
Yeah,
He's going to use his last 4th level spell slot to counterspell. And as you attempt to invoke some inspiring command that could alleviate the wounds and burdens of your companions, causing them to rise from being on death's door to continue fighting this evil, he just looks at you with this. I can't afford you to do that.
This motherfucker. I'm gonna prep another tail. I'm not gonna. I can prep it, but I can't use it.
Okay, perfect.
You make a melee spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes force damage, equal to 2 rolls of your bardic inspiration dice plus
That's
charisma.
right. Strahd used melee against Helena. Please go ahead and roll a inspiration dice for me as the damage he takes back in force damage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Who's wrong? You'll succeed. Sure. Turn.
What's the force damage?
Oh, sorry. It's one d8.
Yep.
I guess I'll roll that. Let me. 8 plus
Okay.
5.
Is it plus your
Okay.
modifiers?
No, it's
Okay,
just
just
the.
8.
Yeah.
Okay, so he takes 8 points of force damage from attacking Helena. And then you use your bonus action to do another tail.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
Get away from Strahd and the pug.
Yeah, you are away from Strahd. You're not physically in combat, like melee with him, so you want to move away from the pug again?
I'd like to throw a scroll like it's a bone and see if its instincts will kick in.
Oh. Okay. Go ahead and make an animal handling check for me, please.
But for infested, we're a
And
boss
then,
fight.
yeah, and then Pugnik, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me as well.
How does
Wisdom
it
testing.
sound?
Okay, we have an
I
18.
got 4.
4. Pugnik, you are immediately caught off guard by this bone-sized item that he waves like a toy and throws off in the opposite direction of you. Your next turn is going to be compelled to using the dash action to get that thing when it hits the ground.
Nice.
Okay. That being said, Romulus, I'm assuming that is the end of your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. Strahd's going to use his second legendary action for the round, and he's going to go ahead and make an unarmed strike against Helena.
Damn it.
That is going to be an unnatural 20 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. So it deals 11 points of slashing damage. I dropped my d6. So 11 points of slashing damage. And then we got 2, 3, 6, and 12. 12 points of necrotic damage
0
heading
constitution.
your way. And then Romulus, please roll a inspiration dice for the damage that Strahd receives.
Cool. Yeah, 6 damage.
All right. Okay. It is now Davian's turn. Davian's going to make a death save.
Is Strahd looking weak?
Davian rolls a 10. You're unconscious. That's not a good question for you. Davian makes a success, so he saves. And it is now Strahd's turn. Strahd is going to go ahead and make 2 attacks with his sword against Helena. The first one is a 33 to hit,
Yep.
followed by a 26.
Yeah.
Okay. So on the first sword attack, you take first sword attack you take 23 points of slashing damage and 8 points of lightning damage.
Damn.
Okay, hold on. Am I doing math right? What the fuck?
Oh, yes, I'm stuck around so long.
Should be 31 points of damage total.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
31 points of damage total.
Okay.
Okay. On the
Me
second
too.
attack, on the second sword attack, you take 16 points of slashing damage and 10 points of lightning damage. So it's 26
I'm
damage.
down.
Okay.
I'm down.
And with 2 deft strikes, he stabs into your abdomen, just stabbing you twice, running you through with his blade. He pulls the blade out. As you begin to fall to the ground, the mask covering loosens,
We did strong.
and it flicks off of you, kind of waving into the wind.
Oh, yeah.
Strahd sees you as you slam into the ground, Helena unconscious, dying with this hole in your abdomen. And Jude, you can't see what Strahd looks like. Or not Jude, Romulus, since you're the only one that's conscious. You can't see what Strahd looks like in this moment. But Helena, the last thing that you see is a look of horror on Strahd's face.
Root. So he might run away.
That is Strahd's turn. Dima
Make
Dog.
him pay.
Dima Dog, owner of Dog Dima's Dimmadome.
Hey,
Please
guys.
make a dash action to grab the Chew Toy Scroll, which you do. You use your dash action, and you don't catch it because you're not good at playing catch as a dog. But it does slam onto the ground, and then you go and grab it and put it in your mouth. And then you immediately turn around because you're going to go take it back to the person that threw it because you want to continue to play. But you would have to use a dash action on your next turn in order to bring it back to him. So that would be your turn.
Woohoo!
Jude, back to the top. Please make a death saving throw for me, please.
Come on, baby. Ooh, I saw that. Ooh, I saw that. Ooh. Oh no, dude. Oh, so boned.
I got a failure.
You got one failure.
One failure, yeah.
Even with advantage.
Why does he have advantage?
My race.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Really
That's
told
the
that.
fun part about being twice born. Okay. So that is a failure. Helena, please make a death saving throw for me, please.
Do I add anything to my roll or no?
No, it's just a flat roll. You just need to tell me if you get a 10 or above or not.
Okay. I got 6.
6. That's one failure. Davian is going to make another death saving throw. And Davian rolls a 7. He rolls a 17. So Davian has fully succeeded on his saving throws, and he is not going to die. He is stable, but he is still unconscious. And Romulus, it is now your turn.
Mass healing word.
Okay.
Is he gonna counterspell me again?
Absolutely, he's going to try to. What level spell slot are you using?
3rd.
He's going to counterspell you at 3rd level because he has 2 of those left.
God damn it. Well, I've only got 1 left.
Oh, well, he now only has 1 left because he had 2.
Oh shit.
He's used his only 5th level slot, his 2 4th levels, and 1 of his 3rd level spell slots on, or 2 of his 3rd level spell slots. Like he's just been counterspelling this whole time.
Is his fucking spell on Nick not a concentration?
It is not because it's not a spell. It is a vampiric effect. This is a creature ability. And the condition for him to be able to roll a saving throw is Strahd and Strahd's allies have to deal damage to Nick. Otherwise, it lasts for a total of 24 hours or until Strahd is destroyed. So, that's why I told Nick you're probably not going to have the conditions to make a saving throw.
But I don't know this because that would be
You do not.
metagame.
You're right, you do not. Well, I mean, you didn't know it until I just said it. So,
Yeah.
with that being said,
Damn. I'm fucked.
yeah, it is, you attempt to use your bonus. It is a bonus action to do Mass Healing Word, right?
I'll be like Tarzan of the World.
I don't know. It's a bonus action.
It's a bonus action. So you use your bonus action to cast Mass Healing Word. You still have an action to do particular abilities, if you wish to do something.
Well,
Take my cloak.
uh,
I'll get a dodge.
What do you want to do? Your companions are lying at your feet around you. Dima, possessed by some very, very powerful compulsion, and polymorphed into a pug to eliminate his threat. Otherwise, you know that you all would have died a lot faster. As of right now, it is not looking good for Romulus.
I'm gonna look down at the ground.
I
And I'm gonna shout.
don't want you to apologize to me if you make a decision to save yourself. I understand, but I do want you to know before you continue to speak, and I'm so sorry I cut you off. I just want you to fully understand that if you continue to stay and fight in hopes of trying to find some way of saving your friends, that there's a risk to that. If you run, you can attempt to run. Strahd will absolutely chase you. But you can make that choice. Your choices will have consequences, so it depends on what you choose to do. But I don't want to remove the recognition that there are consequences to the decisions you are about to make. You may choose to do this how you wish to do, and I will now back off and allow you to speak.
Bro, if you leave this game of fetch, I'm gonna be really pissed.
He just goes, I submit. Daddy Strahd, please take me as your servant.
Okay, I'm gonna try and cast another tail and see if I can get one that benefits me.
That would be a bonus action. And
Oh,
use
yeah.
that mass healing word. It's gotta be an action.
I'm gonna look at the ground and I'm gonna say, Dima, we really need you to snap out of this. And I'm gonna run over and I'm gonna pick him up and I'm gonna fucking run away with Dima as a pug.
You're gonna pick Dima up and run away with him?
At least I'm gonna try and I'm gonna get to Dima. So I haven't made my full mind up. Like I still want to see if I can. Oh fuck! I don't know. What is the? Oh fuck! Oh man, so many choices.
Because Dima's right on you, right?
Yeah,
No,
actually,
Dima's playing fetch.
Good.
Dima's like 60 feet away, or like however far a pug can go.
No, because he came back on his turn.
No, he's gotta use his next turn to do so.
oh my.
Okay, I'm going to. I'm gonna look at Strahd, and I'm gonna say, well, I'm not a threat anymore. Me by myself? Why don't we make it a little bit more interesting? Maybe leave it up to a game.
The form of Strahd turns his head to you. And you make a perception check for me real fast.
Okay.
8. No.
15?
15. You see what appears to be the thin trails of a tear line down what would be the left side of his face because he turns his left side to you.
Oh, that's right. Oh.
Is that what you think this is? A game?
No, I don't think your love, I say like verbally, like a little hesitantly, is a game. But I know you to be one that can appreciate beauty, and I think if you chose to murder me cold-bloodedly here, that you would be losing a bit of that beauty.
Make a persuasion roll for me, please.
Okay, I'm gonna use my last stored inspiration dice.
Okay.
Okay. I got it. Okay, my charisma's I am expertise in persuasion.
Mm-hmm.
So 18 plus 8 plus am I 10 feet? I'm assuming the Helena's thing doesn't work.
It doesn't work because she's unconscious. And it's not a saving throw, so it's an ability check.
26.
26. He looks up at you. Turns his full body in your direction. Is that what you're concerned for? His voice kind of shaking. That I'm losing myself in all of this. Is that what you truly think?
I can't make any rash judgments on you, Strahd, as I don't know you the same way that you know the rest of us here. You've had lots of time to watch us.
Do not
But
hear the sound of an entire village behind you being slaughtered as they're ripped to shreds. And The battle kind of caught your senses, and now that he brings it back to attention, you hear the cacophony of the Vistani as they're being torn apart by these werewolves. Did you not recount your experience in the Loki, where I allowed my loyal servant, Lady Fiona Voctor, to take what she believed was rightfully hers? Were you not there every time I hounded and dogged your ally? And he points his blade towards Jude, who's on the ground, as he bled his mind into insanity.
Well, you must be misconstrued on who I am. Death is not something to be looked down upon from the likes of me, as these spirits are what give me my power. There's something beautiful about the cacophony of screams in the distance. There's something beautiful about the seed you've planted in Jude's mind that's grown over time, slowly building paranoia after paranoia. But what beauty is in there? Is there? What kind of story could you tell by murdering me cold blood here while everyone else lays on the floor? Now, what kind of story is that?
You will be added to a processional march of the dead, slain heroes, and he says that kind of mockingly, that seek to assault my castle with their existence nightly. You faintly remember an event way, way back when you first entered Barovia, where Jude had recounted that he had seen the spirits of the dead walk through the town of Barovia as if they were heading to Castle Ravenloft. Your story will be unimportant amongst the scalds of time, and yet your interest in my capabilities cannot be slightly unnoticed. He puts his sword and he sheaths it into his scabbard. At this point, I need all of my PCs to go ahead and make a death save that currently need to make death saves. And then Nick Pug, because you currently see Strahd not anxious as a dog. Dogs kind of feel the anxious vibes. You are not anxious alongside of Strahd, so I'm going to allow you to kind of be a little bit peaceful and not have to worry about going all crazy on Romulus while he's holding you, or attempting to hold you. Yeah, you're going to run over. Okay. So, Helena, what'd you roll?
15.
15, that is a success. Jude, what did you roll?
16.
16, that is a success.
Let's go. We're getting back in it, boys.
How many successes do you guys have?
I have one right now.
How many failures?
One.
Yeah, 1 as well.
I'm
Okay.
going to offer you a promise. But every promise comes with a cost. I will show you things that you have not thought possible. I can give you command of the spirits of those long, long rested. Not just so that you can pry their tails and learn and uncover their secrets, but so that they can do the very things you wish them to do. I can make you immortal, so that your ability to retail, your ability to acquire new stories can be unburdened by time. The only cost is going to be a few meager souls.
And you would do that now, at this very moment.
That, or I will rip you to shreds and drain your life from you.
Ethan, can I make a quick assessment in my head? Into character. I want Romulus to make this quick assessment in his head.
Are Are you asking me as like a DM if you're gonna like ask me any question here?
Sorry, I guess first I'd like to. Does it seem like he's talking about turning me into a vampire? Is what Romulus is trying
You
to?
can make that as a pretty safe assumption that there is a degree
Okay.
of potential vampirism. But you also have known that thanks to Jude, that he has he's pacted himself to dark powers, and that's what turned him into a vampire, and that's what made him as powerful as he is today. So there's also a potential kind of like invitation into that same power. But you know that will come with a very, very stark cost. And you saw what it did to not just Strahd, but his lands. But to him, just today, you see the effects of this deal every second you feast your eyes upon him.
Your offer is nothing but grandiose, my lord, but I have one measly request, and that's we not take their lives until this power flows through my veins.
That's not how the deal works. You're in no position to bargain. I gift you immortality. You gift me them.
If he turns me into a vampire, am I under his mind control, or
If he makes you a vampire spawn, you are his. Yeah.
so I cannot think for myself?
No. I mean, you can, but no. You can't act in direct disobedience to him.
Be a minion or die.
You can be a minion, you can be a slave, or you can die a hero's death.
Hey, he's an immortal slave, so.
Or you can run, you can attempt to flee. If you have any other means of trying to resurrect your companions, you can attempt to do that as well. If there are means outside of...
Like Strahd's right hand.
I'm gonna walk over to Helena.
Okay.
And as I'm
That's
talking,
like by Strahd, by the way, because he just dropped her.
I'm going to kind of, as I'm talking, and I'm gonna put my hands behind my back. Anyways, I'm gonna put a dagger to Helena's throat.
Okay.
Now, Strahd, I'm a lovely man, a lovely person. I love getting along with everyone here. But if you're not going to honor my request, then why should I respect your feelings with Helena here? And I'm gonna press the dagger close enough to her throat that blood starts to drip down a little. And I want my muscles to kind of be twitching, like I'm a little manic, possibly. Like I'm like ready, like within an instant, I'm ready to just.
He takes his
slash her
He
throat.
takes his right hand and grips the hilt, the handle of his longsword. He doesn't move it an inch. He keeps it sheathed, but he looks at you in this ready position. If you so much as move that knife an inch across her throat, I will do unspeakable things to your soul.
Well, then it looks like we must negotiate a little bit here.
To all of my players who need to make death saves, please feel free to make another death save for me, please.
Oh, boy.
16.
16, that is a success. You have 2.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that's good. That's still good.
I got a 19.
That is a success. Where are you at on successes,
Katrina's stable.
Jude? Was that your third
He's got
success?
3.
Yeah, that was my third success.
Okay, so you are officially stable. You're not dying.
Yep. Let's go.
I told you.
Oh.
There is no bargaining to be had. You do not have the power you think you do.
You want Helena? I'm not willing to take. Then I won't take her from you. But you must let the rest of us go.
The only one to let go is you.
I'm gonna press it deeper.
I've already run her through with my sword. I've waited for my Tatiana for centuries. I can wait more.
Strahd, you can't wait any longer. And as I'm talking, I kind of want to like drag the blade a little bit farther down her throat and let the blood trickle a little bit more. And I want him to see it like the knife like you know the skin pressuring, like the knife pressuring against the skin right there. And you might be able to, Strahd, but what a waste. You've been waiting long enough. Stop playing it like you're... let go of your pride, Strahd. Let go of your pride. You could still kill us. You're still the vampire lord. This is still your realm. I'm asking for another day to survive, and you know this. Our hope is futile, especially without Helena.
Pride. That's what you think my motivation is. You view me that low. To think that this is all self-aggrandizement. No. I've only wanted one thing. I've wanted it for centuries. I've wanted vengeance, and I've wanted revenge. With that, we are back in the initiative order.
Shit.
It is your turn.
I'm gonna stealthily cast Cure Wounds on Helena.
There's no way to stealthily do that because you have her currently held with a knife to her throat, and the other
I can't
hand, the other
I can't
hand
put...
would have to be used to cast the spell, and the spell would be visible.
I couldn't put my hand like on her back, like where I've got her held.
Yeah,
Like
you could do that, but like the act of casting the spell, if I'm correct, Cure Wounds also has because you have to understand how the spell casting works. Is there's a somatic, which is the hand gesture, there's a material, and then a verbal component. With Cure Wounds, there is a verbal and a somatic component. So the hand you can hide, but you can't hide your voice.
Can I whisper it?
You can attempt to.
I'm already going to attempt to.
You're going to attempt to whisper it?
At second level.
Okay, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check, and he's going to have to contest it with his perception.
Okay.
Stress. This is crazy, man.
A 13.
13. He rolls... On the dice, he rolls a 7.
Damn.
Wow.
He has a plus 12 to his perception roll.
Fuck.
That is a 19. And with that, he burns his final third level spell slot.
Okay, I'm gonna cast...
Spell your second level Cure Wounds.
Oh, fuck. Okay, so it's his turn?
It is still your turn. You just use your action. Now, before you think, well, then I'm going to use my bonus action to cast a Mass Healing Word.
I can't.
You can't cast 2 spells of numbered level. But you have a bonus action that you can use, and then some movement. And then it is his turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move backwards.
Cast.
And then I'm gonna use the level 2 tail that I have, or it's you make a... Wait, never mind. I'm not gonna do this. Yeah, I'm just gonna back up.
Okay.
As far as I can.
Alright. You begin to back up with Helena in your hands. He's going to use a legendary action after your turn to move up to his movement speed to basically negate the distance that you've made. Helena, I need you to make a death saving throw for me, please.
Another one?
Yes, because I don't think you're stable yet, are you?
I have 2 successes and 1 failure.
Yes, then I do need you to make another one.
I rolled a 1.
That is 2 death fails.
You're dead.
That is a death. Romulus, you feel the body go limp in a way that you know means that her life has just left.
I'm gonna fake it like she's still alive.
Let's slow down there, buddy.
Holy shit.
The fact of death when she's bleeding out is visible because she'd be fighting this wound, kind of unconscious to some degree, but breathing, bleeding, and for the body to then go like dead limp would be a noticeable change. Strahd looks at you because you've made a mention about putting a knife to her throat and running it across to make blood trickle. And now you've killed my Tatiana. He's going to go ahead and use his movement to get behind you.
Bust down, Tatiana.
As he walks towards you, you begin to see different wounds across his body from the sword strikes that Helena has been making begin to stitch themselves together as he's been regenerating for a bit of this time.
It's like the full health too.
He pulls out his longsword, and he's going to make 2 attacks against you.
That's a full action. He only has 1 attack.
No. The first one is a 27 to hit.
Yeah.
The second is a 28.
Yeah.
The damage on the first attack is 11 plus 8, so 19 points of slashing damage. Plus 5 points of lightning damage.
Okay.
So 22 points of damage total on the first one. The second attack is 23 points of slashing damage. Plus 5 lightning damage for 28 total.
Okay.
And that is his action. And that is his turn. It is now your turn.
I cast Revivify on Helena.
You cast Revivify?
On Helena, yeah.
If a creature is currently dead when you cast Revivify,
It doesn't work?
Does it bring them to a hit point total, or does it stabilize them?
I guess.
It brings them to 1 hit point. I know this.
Yeah, with 1 hit point. The creature
Yeah.
returns to life with 1 HP.
Okay. He doesn't have any more counter spells. So
And I'm gonna say...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No. You go.
Helena. We're about close to dead here. Please, I need you to do something. And as I say that, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go 30 feet sideways.
And take an attack of opportunity. You're going to take an attack of opportunity from Strahd?
Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
So you're going to stay put?
Yeah, I can't take an opportunity of attack. I'm gonna use a bonus action and prepare, I guess like my last. I think I have 2 more.
Oh, you're going to do another
Tail.
tail?
Yeah. Okay, this one. Okay, this is I can do psychic damage through wisdom. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, that's and then yeah. That I guess.
Okay. Helena, you're going to be back in the initiative order, but that means that you're before Romulus, which means that after Romulus's turn, it's Strahd's. However, Strahd's going to use a legendary action after Romulus's turn to make an unarmed strike against Romulus, and he rolls a unnatural 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Now, on the claw, just by itself, he deals 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And 13 points of necrotic damage.
I'm down.
And he drops you unconscious. As you fall to the floor,
Nick is not a pug.
you're right. Dima is no longer a pug. So Dima turns back into Dima. And he holds you, Romulus. So Dima, you turn back into Dima, and you see a massacre in the field around you. You are still currently charmed by Strahd. He doesn't need to be protected anymore because he is effectively won. But he looks to you, Dima. Finish them off while I deal with this one.
Oh, how tragic, dude.
And with his turn,
Dude.
he is going to attack Romulus with the claw.
Again?
He does roll... Yeah, he's going to attack you, so he has advantage because you're unconscious, and he does... Unfortunately, he rolls a crit, but damage doesn't matter because it's an automatic critical hit since he hits you while you're incapacitated. So
That's two death fails.
But his important part, he's trying to grapple you, so he actually foregoes the damage.
Strahd is?
Yes, he foregoes dealing physical damage. He still attacks you, he still hits you, but he grapples you, and then he goes in for a bite.
This bastard.
So if this bite lands, you will die. But it will very much change the outcome of what happens to you. And he rolls a 21. So his fangs dig into your neck, and he begins to drink your lifeblood, effectively causing you to be one with the spirits that you've called friends for years. And you know as your light drains that you know that your story is about to get a lot darker, but it will not end.
I should have left your guys'
And
ass.
a single tear falls down your cheek as you recognize the horrors that await you. Dima, you are back on the initiative order. That was Strahd's turn. Dima, it is your turn. You see in this field...
I gotta go finish him off.
You see Davian, unconscious, the old man. You see
Oof.
Jude, unconscious. And you see Helena, basically, kind of slowly rising to her feet. What do you do?
Can I not do that? Can I just be,
On the ground?
on my knees looking down,
Okay.
defeated?
Absolutely.
I'm kind of, silently crying.
Dude, I fucked up. I shouldn't have brought you back to life. I just brought you back to life and gave you to Strahd.
I know. It's okay.
Dima, what do you do?
Who's the closest to me?
The closest to you would be Davian and Jude.
Alright, I guess we're starting with Davian, dude.
You're gonna attack him?
I gotta go whack him.
Yeah.
And I have to, dude. Strahd literally said, he said finish them off, dude.
It's like me telling you, hey, go kill those guys.
Does a 23 hit?
23 hits Davian. Roll another attack roll.
Oof. Wait, another one? I only have one attack.
Oh, you're right. Well, you have a bonus action if you want to pull out a little dagger and do a little stabby stab.
Right, alright. We'll stabby stab with the daggy dag.
So defeated. I don't want to kill my friends. I know.
Is 13.
Was that advantage?
Oh.
Because he's incapacitated.
Uh-oh.
A natural 20.
Okay. Yeah. You take the sun sword, and you grab Davian by the top of his head, by his graying hair, and you pick him up a little bit, and
Nice.
run him through with the sun sword, and then you leave the hilt in there. And as you let go of the blade, you can hear Sergei's voice say, "Oh no!" And you let go of the blade to take out your psionic dagger and jam it into the side of Davian's throat. Assuring the kill, you release, you drop, you pull the blade back out.
That's so miserable.
Your turn being done. Elena, it is your turn in the initiative order. Is there anything that you wish to do on your turn?
Please.
Kill yourself.
I was thinking of that.
Normally, I would advise against that due to the thematic nature of suicide.
Oh.
However, due to the circumstances, there is a narrative incentive to prevent Strahd from getting the very thing that he wishes to do. A little bit of more of like a noble self-sacrifice in ensuring that Strahd doesn't get that which he desires, unfortunately it being you.
I mean, dude, you could kind of use things.
So I won't stop you for thematic purposes, right? Because we don't want to like get into like crazy dark like content like that.
Well, yeah.
Because of the narrative incentive that you would have to stopping Strahd from getting that which he desires, potentially corrupting you into an immortal denizen of darkness, it would allow you, if you wish to, you can choose to do so.
Toxic.
I'm not going to.
Okay.
I'm gonna look up at Strahd and speak to him.
Okay. He drops
Actually,
Romulus, by the
go
way,
ahead.
just throws him to the ground. After biting him, he just tosses him. And he looks up at you. Filthy. And he's just breathing.
I'm gonna be whispering like, "Let them go." Just let. What's your name, Nick? Dima.
Dima.
Please just spare Dima and Jude. I'm willing to go with you.
He stops and kind of cocks his head to the side. You mean forever?
Can I cast Lay on Hands on myself?
You can.
I'm gonna stand up and walk towards him.
Okay. How much health do you give yourself?
45.
45.
I just need
hit points.
one dance.
You give yourself 45 hit points.
And I'm gonna walk to him. I'm having my hands out because I'm not trying to be hostile whatsoever.
Yeah. He
I will
can't
be
stop
with
you from
you.
laying on hands, so.
As long as you let Jude live and Dima go, I will be with you forever. That is my promise. As long as you can keep a promise as well. Please. I'm done fighting.
Okay. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
I do have advantage on it.
For what?
Or no, I have the
You
plus
have your charisma
modifier.
Yeah, you have your charisma
You're right.
modifier. Yeah.
22.
You do succeed. So you are not immediately charmed by him.
But I'm not charmed anymore, right?
No, you are still charmed.
What?
Yeah. He can charm multiple people.
God damn it.
Why do you just compel all of us?
Do I know that he was trying to charm
Oh,
me?
absolutely. You can feel it.
Okay.
You can feel the pressure. And
I'm still going to be
resisting.
walking to him, just let him know, like, I'm not playing games.
Strahd.
Demons, you begin walking towards the fallen body of Jude. Lord Strahd reaches a hand out and goes, Lord Voctor. And he picks himself up. His form becoming a little bit more regal, and he kind of tightens himself up and changes his posture from this king, this warrior, to this statesman. Lord Voctor.
Dima just stops. He stops moving.
You can leave the wizard alive. You are about to be granted a lot of land, Lord Voctor, as Castellan of Barovia. And I have plans for the foreigner. But they must come second, as a wedding is in order.
Oof.
Do I need to do anything with Jude? Can I like wrap him up or anything?
Kiss his forehead.
The best way to probably get Jude back to Castle Ravenloft would be to get him to the wagon. And so
Yeah, I'll just drag him by his foot,
you begin to drag him.
by his single foot. I want to get him as muddy as I can.
Yeah, so you start to drag him by his single foot, and Strahd, seeing that happens, looks to Jude and says, I never thought you would be Jude Thriceborn.
I'm unconscious. You just roasting me while I'm unconscious?
Yes. The scene ends. Helena, I need you to roll a D100 for me, please. As this is going to change the ending of this campaign.
I want to run away again. I want to run away.
And it's two 2d10s, right?
2d10s, yep.
Okay.
Not too late.
Hold on. Okay. What's a double zero?
That
What is that?
is a 100. Double zero is a 100.
Wait, hold no. Like the one dice that's zero, like 2 zeros.
That
That's
is
just
that,
zero.
So yeah, that's technically a 0.
Okay, then I rolled a. Would that be a 2 or a 20?
Did you roll a 2 on the other one?
Yeah.
That is a 2.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
You, sir, madam, are incredibly lucky. What happens next? Strahd, understanding that you have now been laid quite low, defeatable, lost 2 of your companions to death, 3 of your companions actually to death, with Dodin included, leaving just the 2 of you, Dima, Thokter, and Helena Grayson. You are giving yourself up to save Dima, a act of selflessness to someone who, to many degrees, is nothing more than an acquaintance, but has grown to be a traveling companion, someone that you have journeyed with in this quest to slay Strahd. A quest that you now recognize has failed, and understanding that that means there is no way home, you've consigned yourself to a loss. The reason why I had you roll a D100 is because there's another person in this world that might make this ending a bit different, and her name is Irina Kolyanovich. The number that you had to roll for this particular ending, had this circumstance happened, which I remembered you telling me a long time ago that if it did come down to it, that you would give yourself up to Strahd to give him what he wanted. So I created this contingency then. On a rolling of a 10 or lower, at some point in the future, Irina finds you. And knowing everything that it is that you sacrificed for her, for Ismark, for the people of Valaki, for the people of Barovia, for the Mardukov family, for Dima, for the Dusk Elves, she decides and finds the will to sacrifice for you. She cuts her hair to appear in your likeness.
What?
And she asks you to basically doff your armor. Take it off. Do not wear it. But to exchange your clothes so that she could look like you.
Okay.
So that she may take your place.
What?
But she's willing to
Why?
sacrifice herself so that you are not... So that your loss and the defeat that you faced does not lead to eternal servitude, basically, in a marriage to this devil. She is willing to, as an act of pure selflessness because of the role, willing to take that place for you. I will still give you the autonomous decision as to whether or not you will let her do that. You can refuse this.
I will let her do that, but I vow that I'll eventually come back. Like, that's my vow. If I can.
Okay. Dima.
Oh no.
Dude, let me break.
You are turned into one of the highest-ranking servants of Count Strahd von Zarovich as his castellan of Barovia. A silent torture that after slaughtering your friends, you realize that the small hope that you had of actually defeating Strahd, you realize the futility of it.
God damn it.
There is no chance to defeat him. The best chance you guys had, and it's no longer available. And as a sign of trust from Strahd, he gifts you the blade, the Sun Sword, as a token of his fidelity to your support.
For me.
I can't be shy from the truth. Your life is stripped from you in the sense that you are no longer autonomously making decisions that you would not have done so under this compulsion.
Yeah.
And
Just
so
dude.
you live in the blissful ignorance of the compulsion, enjoying a life that eventually sees you reunited with your mother.
Ugh.
It unfortunately sees your sister given back over to her.
Oh no, dude.
Damn.
I don't even know.
But in an act of reward, Strahd eventually will kill your mother to replace the Voctor head with you, supplanting that of your brothers as they are killed in turn because they are your older brothers, to ensure that you are truly the patriarch of the Voctor family. The Voctor line continues with you. You are the Castellan of Barovia, the seneschal to Count Strahd von Zarovich himself, a high-ranking honor, a gift. Finally, you're
You
something.
know what, man? If you can't beat them, join them.
And Helena begins to wander the lands of Barovia, stuck here, where she seeks to rally supporters where she can in a potential effort to strike back against the forces of Strahd to maybe one day save Irina Kolyanovich. That is a story for another time.
Future Strahd.
With that, our campaign does end abruptly, since
That's
Strahd was not defeated
What happened to
today.
Jude.
Yeah, whatever happened to Jude?
He was stable.
You're very much right.
Oh, he turned you into a demon, dude.
No. Jude, you are a precious item to Strahd.
Oh no, dude.
To some degree, a kindred spirit, understanding loss, understanding pain, and yet, to also a slight degree, also understanding him. He keeps you alive. But he finds a way, through his dark pacted powers and the dark entities that he's sworn to, he finds a way of binding you to the Tome of Strahd. To exist simultaneously in perpetuity with his older self. And the two of you continue to play the same game of dragon anti-chess.
Damn.
As your physical body is kept in a comatose state and is preserved in the crypt beneath Castle Ravenloft. And thus our campaign ends.
No, that was just the alternate timeline, dude. Run it back. Real timeline now.
Thank you all to my players for an amazing campaign.
Oh.
Strahd is one of the most difficult fights that is out there and is a very frustrating boss. And it is not anything less than admirable to be able to face a TPK at his hands. You guys did pretty well. I really respect and appreciate the attempts that you've made, and the way that we went about today was good. Sometimes heroes fail and darkness wins, and that is an inevitable aspect of stories. So maybe next story will be a little different. Or maybe next story will be a replica of this one. The only thing that can tell are the dice. So for that, we will be signing off for tonight. We thank you guys for a great campaign. Curse of Strahd. We will be absent for the next 2 weeks as a result, because we have to do a campaign review and then a session 0, so that we can prep and prepare a new round of heroes and a new story to tell. So with that, we thank you. We hope you all have an amazing night. Stay safe.
Thank you for watching.
Make sure that no matter what difficulties in life you may face or how impossible it might seem to overcome them, that you continue to stand tall, and in the face of defeat, you keep your head held high.
I have one thing to say.
Sure.
And keep one eye open at night for the vampires of Barovia.
Don't let the vampire bite. That's what they love. But to everyone watching, we thank you. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great night, and we will catch you guys in a couple weeks.
Next one.
Bye.
Good night.